Tomorrow is January 15th. For 27% of you, your dreams are about to die. Literally. Oh, my iPad went crazy. So, literally, your dreams are about to die. What can you do about it? What can you do about the dream that's going to die? So, I am Tessa-Marie, and today I'm turning your resolution into a sustainable reality. I am here to inspire and educate you so you can be in the 18% they say that actually crosses the finish line on December 31st every year. 18%. 32% right now of dreams and goals are on life support, New Year's resolution. That's what they're saying. 27% is about to die. They gave up. It's not in ICU anymore. It's out of ICU. They just say, let it flatline. That is the resolution to go to the gym. You're not going to the gym, are you? You stopped already. Tomorrow is the deadline. So, today is about the mental pillar. You go to recollect where. What was your why? Why did you want to meet this dream, goal, and desire? Why? Think about it so you can be in that 18%. You have to decide, why did I choose this? Why did I want it? And the physical, taking 10 minutes, just 10 minutes every day. You don't need 20 minutes to work on your goals. You set them, you know them. You have to feed them. And therefore, that's why you need only 10 minutes. You don't need 110 minutes. Why versus the should. That is what it is. Mental is telling you, why should I do this? What is my why? Sometimes you ask how we should do things. It's never how. How will come. Once we know our why, how will show up. How has a habit of showing up for us. Shame and guilt are not part of prosperity. They're not. If you're hanging on to a goal just because you feel guilty, you are corroding your emotional pillar. You're feeling bad. So that goal, that desire, you say, I have a New Year's resolution. I'm going to do this, eat better, sleep better, take more time for myself, do things for myself. That goal is in your goal setting journal. You wrote it down. Pull out your goal setting journal right now. Do it now. Just look at your little list wherever you have it. Look at your reason. Was it a should or was it a desire? Was it, oh, hello, Maui from Boys and Girls Club. I had you come to speak to my program. I remember that. Thank you. Was it a should or a desire? Write down 3 things you are grateful for right now. Write down 3 things you're grateful for. Because gratitude is the fuel for the mental pillar. It clears the fog out of failure. Because you see, when you're grateful, you're looking at what is happening and good in your life. Okay, so you had a little hiccup. There was a detour. The train stopped at the station. It's not moving. But you're ready though. You showed up. And that's a success. So I'm so gratitude I got here early. So now that the train is late, I will still get to work on time. That is what gratitude does. The physical pillar. We often fail because we try to do too much. The physical pillar needs consistency, not intensity. Just be consistent. 3 minutes here, 2 minutes over here, 5 minutes over there. Your dream is what gives you the desire to see your tomorrow. I am 80 years old. My sister told me stop saying that yesterday. But I'm going to be 80 in May. And the reason why I'm stressing it is that it wasn't always like it is for me now. The journey had cracks. My hands got cut. When I grabbed, I thought I was grabbing something cushiony. It was glass. Literally, that's how it is on the journey called life. But did I stop? Did I sink to the bottom and let myself drown? No. I clawed on the side. There's a little fable they have that two little frogs saw a nice creamy bath of white stuff. They didn't know what it was. So they both jumped into it. When they jumped in, they couldn't come out. And they were trying to come out and paddling to come out. And one of the little frogs go, oh, I'm fed up. I'm tired. I'm not doing this anymore. And he sank to the bottom and drowned. The other one just kept paddling. Finally, it was milk. They churned it to butter. And he was able to put his feet deeper into the butter and lip himself out. But he had to keep trying. He had to keep doing it. So we often fail because we try to do too much. And then we decide this is not working because I've been doing it, like sitting and praying and all of that. No, the action. I want you to set a boundary for how you see yourself. A boundary that in 10 minutes, that is all I ask of you. 10 minutes. Ask Google Home or your phone to remind you. Spend 10 minutes actually doing the work. 10 minutes. The first time you sit with that goal-setting journal to revive that nice goal you've been hunkering down for years and years, getting into January. Sometimes you got into March and you stop. Just say to Google, remind me 10 minutes at this time. Or a friend, or set it on your phone. Ask a friend you trust. Tell them, I am a human being with a goal and I need your help to make me stay on track, to make me be aware that I am not doing it right. The cost of giving up is more expensive than doing the work. It is, When we give up on ourselves, we often start emotionally spending to fill the void. Have you heard your friends say to you, oh, I deserve this. I really do deserve it. But they have no money and they're telling you they deserve to spend money on something because something is lacking. They're not satisfied. Their dream, goal, and desire. If you ask them, what did you dream? Did you remember when they would ask you, when you were a little girl, what did you want to become? Have you ever been asked that question? Did you always know you would do this? Maybe take a look back and see where you are. Is that okay? When we give up on ourselves, we often start emotional spending to fill the void. A failed resolution often leads to a leak in your sustainable financial spending plan. Yeah. I have this gym membership. And you don't want to be in the gym in the first 2 weeks of January. We all know what happens there. You can hardly find a piece of equipment for you to dance on. But right now, you're going to get space. And as January goes, there's more space and more space. But they keep paying. So you see, not being focused on your dream, goal, and desire is costing you money because the gym doesn't care whether you show up or not. They're going to take their membership fee. So you have to realize it. They say to us, you guys on TikTok, all of you are amazingly young. They told me 18 to 34. These are the people that come on TikTok and they're saying there's 400 of you right now listening. Fine. But let me tell you something. You have to stick to your goal. You have to, the whole 5 pillars needs to be looked after. Emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually, and financially. They need work. You are young. You fall, you break a limb, it heals in a day. Try it at my age and see if it heals in a day. But you know what? It might heal in 2 weeks for me. And you know why? Because I always was persistently doing things to keep my body fit. Do you know that I know the word starts with an S, I can't remember it, that they actually named this thing. That you cannot get out of a chair and the first thing that goes is your legs are weak. They said that the first thing that goes is your legs. So we hear that though. Are we aware? Remember the awareness? You hear, you aware. You're supposed to hear. And when you hear, you're supposed to be aware. But no, we don't do that. We are young. We don't care. I have time. So physically, I don't care. No, but practice when you are young to get out of the chair without holding on to the chair. Put the pressure on your feet so your legs can stay strong, because this is what goes first. They say that. And we can see it looking at each other. Wiggle your bum to the edge of the chair. It's consistently doing this. Bring your feet closer to the chair and then stand up. That is a physical thing. Is that going to help you with your goal to lose weight? Maybe. Is that going to help you with your dream to be when you retire in your 70s to travel the world? Perhaps. But if you don't do it, you won't know, will you? You might lose it. So, a failed resolution often leads to a leak in your sustainable financial spending plan. You make allowances for things. The shift. If your resolution was to save or grow, remember, you are the first line item. You are worth the 10 minutes it will take, the effort it takes to stay focused on that. On your sustainable financial spending plan, you are number one. You're paying yourself first. Your savings is a debt you owe yourself, and that is what you said. If you owe a debt to the credit card company, you pay them. Sometimes I have to shift and say to you guys, the minimum payment is not enough. But when you are paying yourself, start with the minimum payment. The minimum, the very least you can do. And do not sneer at it when you say, oh God, all I have is $20. But you didn't have $20 last month. Gratitude. I am so happy and grateful. I listened to Tessa-Marie when she said, save that $20. Today I have $20. I didn't have it last month. I'm so happy and grateful that I do. This is what is important. You have to do things. Gratitude, inspiration, the 10-minute plan, and accountability, digital reminders. Do you know what I do? I need to drink 10 glasses of water every day, 8 ounces of water every day. That's my choice. You know why? I notice when I do that, my body seems to be running like it's on all 10 cylinders. It's well oiled. You got a lube job, a change, whatever you do, right? A whole engine flush. That's what water does. And it allows you to feel better. The joints don't hurt as much. You know, so take the time. Just take the time and set a timer. I set a timer with my little S person. If I mention the name, it will speak, and I don't need it to speak right now, on my phone. 10 minutes to every hour from 9 to 5 p.m. Have not a timer, an alarm. So at 10 to the hour, at 10 to 9, I will get an alarm. I take that time and I pause. I go back. What are my plans for today? I breathe. I do this. This is 2.5 cups of water. This holds 3. It's an old-fashioned thermos. So I know if I empty that 3 times, I've got there. But I need a person, and my little friend S on the iPhone will tell me, ding, and I know what that means. Set a timer, call a friend, ask for help. You know, gratitude, write in your gratitude journal. You don't have one? Check mine out on Amazon, right there. I am happy and grateful I was able to take a 10-minute moment and work on my dream goals and desire. I am happy and grateful I was able to pay my living expenses for all what I spent in December. I'm happy and grateful when I gave my friend a gift, she smiled and she liked it. I got these gifts, see this? From a person that is near and dear to me. And one there with my birthstone and a little cross. I haven't taken it out from the day I put it on. And I write, I'm so happy and grateful for that. It doesn't have to be big and audacious for you to stand there and be grateful for it. You do not have to do that. You have to just be happy and grateful for the small things that show up over and over again. Because if you know the saying our mothers have said, you need to take care of the nickels so the dimes can take care of themselves. If you give the small things in your life gratitude will allow its friend, the law of attraction, to come in to help you to gain that momentum on that goal, that resolution you had for 2026. Get inspired. Ask questions. Accountability with your phone, your friend, digital reminders. I'm asking you to do that. Don't be a statistic. Be a success. Head over to my YouTube channel, Tessa-Marie, for the 5 pillars of prosperity for more on how to stay focused on those dream goals and desire. So onward to go, and make sure that everything you do, if you feel nervous about it, call a friend and say, you know what, that dream I have, my goal is so big, it's frightening me because I'm finding that it just fills me up. Let that person tell you, hey, you are in the 18% club action. Write 3 things you're grateful for right now in your to fuel your mentality back. Recall the spark that you had when you had that inspired moment to do this dream, goal, and desire. Write that down. Make a plan to spend that 10 minutes. Say, just do it. It's not going to be easy. Uncomfortably, yes, it will be. Because we are so accustomed of holding something in our hand, having something in our hand so that we can turn around and do this, right? And all of a sudden I'm saying, put the phone down, get your goal setting journal, your gratitude journal, a glass of water, and just sit there. That's what I'm asking you to do. And we are not accustomed to take time for ourselves. We take times for everyone and everything in our life. So your coach, ask that person, your friend, you know what, call me at 10 so I remember to do this. And then another thing you have to make sure you do is take a break and say, I did it. Be happy you did it. Be satisfied you did it. If you miss a day, don't hate yourself. Hate corrodes. Just get back on track. Goal setting in your journal. We aren't just trying to remember. I'm not trying to remember it to make you remember. I am trying to encourage you to document your path so that when you're sitting in the future of that goal achieved, that you can smile at the journey. Because it's the journey that matters. We think it's getting to the destination. It's not the destination. It's how you got there that gives you the oomph, that makes you amazing, beautiful, determined, focused. When we give up on our goals, we lose trust in ourselves. You don't trust yourself. If you have a friend that made a promise to do something and they don't do it, you lose trust in them, right? It's the same thing with your goal. The same thing, the very same thing. You lose trust in yourself. We cannot do that because we are supposed to have impeccable and exquisite thoughts about who we are and ourselves. We just have to. That's what matters. So when we give up on that as tomorrow and they die, and the 32% that is on life support is still crawling slowly, that doesn't make sense, does it? When we lose trust, we make poor choices in our sustainable financial spending plan, aka budget. We change things around. Oh, I'm just going to get something. I'm going to eat something. But that wasn't that's the diet. You wanted to lose 10 pounds. So, what are you doing? Because you missed one day, you're giving up? Did your parents give up on you when you just wasn't perfect that morning? No, they didn't. They were exasperated, yes. They didn't know what to do with you, yes, but they still opened the door and fed you. Or they gave you somewhere to sleep. Even that's all you got. And even if it wasn't the most comfortable bed, you still had somewhere to be. So look at it that way. Finishing your 10 minutes today is a deposit into your spiritual pillar. You are worth the effort. You are worth the effort. So the thing about it is, if you really do not understand those 5 pillars, as I said already, I have a lot of information on my YouTube channel, the 5 pillars of prosperity, and break them down. Go there and check them out. So you can realize, without grasping them, that goal of yours, that desire of yours will not be fulfilled. Without making that effort, it will not be fulfilled. So therefore, you have to work on it. You have to know what those 5 pillars of prosperity are. I love what I do. I really love what I do. And so all I can tell you is I will be always pushing you. Look at what you have. You mentioned that 23% of you are just hanging. That's what somebody said, hanging by a thread. If that is what is happening now, then consider yourself hanging. You're still there. You are not the little frog that sank to the bottom of the bucket of milk. You are still paddling because you're hanging, you're holding on. And when you hold on, things happen. Make sure you understand that. It's when you let go that it stops. As a financial counselor, I had to make sure I had that, because that was one of the designation I did. And I had to push people up, pull them up. They were so financially depleted that they couldn't hold up their own bootstraps. I had to bend down and grab it, but I was not going to help them, allow them to fail on my watch. If they came to me, I had to make sure it worked. And that's what you have. So one of the things you have to do is, if you cannot do it alone, seek help from your friends and everybody. Just don't be ashamed that you need help to stay on your goal, because you're unhappy. You did it before and it failed. Now you want to succeed. Take what you can get. A little from here, a little from there, and look at a recipe. There are several things that come together to make that dish tasty. It's not just only making spaghetti sauce. You don't only, hear the word, spaghetti sauce. But there is no spaghetti in the sauce. You have to make the sauce to add to the spaghetti. So this is what I'm saying. If you're giving up on your dream, goal, and desire right now, I need you to stop this and realize, yes, it's on life support, because it is January 15th. And I'm here to say to you, I will not let you fail. I have the tools. It's up to you. You take them from me and you use it. It's free. It's on my YouTube channel for free. You don't have to pay for it. 10 minutes. Gather the information. Excuse me. Gather the information and use it. So if you miss one day, you're not dead. It's when you miss 2 days and 3 days and 4 days and you let it rot, that's when you're dead. So what you have to do now is hold on. No matter what is happening to you, just hold on. Because you see, if you do not hold on, you will sink. Today is the 14th. The pundits are saying by the 15th, 27% of you will have given up on your 2026 resolution. 18% will see it through to December 31st of this year. Which group do you want to be in? There is an easy group and there is a really challenging group. You choose. The road to Rome was not always smooth. It took a long time for people to travel there. So what you have to remember, if you're in the 27%, and you still feel it, that you can do it, this is the time to get up from it. Rise from the ashes like the phoenix and say, I can. Yes, I can. I'm going to do this because I know that I can do it. Nobody is coming to do it for you, but many people will be there to support you. It's up to you. The choice is yours. Which group do you want to be? Those that failed or those that pushed through, challenged, forced their way to the end and got there? I'm sure you want to be in that 18% group. And if you do, take a deep breath, bring your shoulders up, bring it back down, relax, and just sit and ask yourself this question. Ask this question. If you were me, what would you do now about your dream, goals, and desire? Because the true person that you are is not the shell that we see. The real you is inside of you. And that's where the power lies. Nobody can destroy that person deep inside of you. No one can take the power of being the true you, not the visible self, the shell, not that. The you inside of you that knows what you desire. A burning desire to succeed, a burning desire to turn back one day and say, wow, I did my best and here I am. We don't start a journey and finish it in the same day. We don't just say, I want to be healthy and strong and have resources in my old age. When we say that, we have to work on it. I do not like the cliche they have. I prefer not to use it because I think it's dooming and glooming it, the one that they say, oh, you should save for a rainy day, you should do this for... No, just do it because you desire it. Every now and again, this little book shows up. And this book is from 2001. I didn't have a goal-setting journal, but that's what I had. A book from the dollar store. And I looked at it in 2011, or not me, my brother Eric, that never keeps his hands from people's books and things. He's always taking it or stealing it from you. And I was doing this thing they do called NaNoWriMo, writing November, 2,000 words a day. And I was looking for characters for my story that I was writing. I picked up this book off the shelf, not realizing it was important to have it, that what was in it. I just went to the first available blank page and started to write the names of the characters in the story I was writing. And then I left it on the kitchen table. Eric was visiting that Christmas, and he decided the best thing to do is to get in there. And he came across July 31st, 2001. And when he looked at the list of things, he looked up, he read it, and then he looked up at me, and he came to the last thing on the list. And when he saw what was the last thing on the list, he said, well, I know you have it. I know that one thing was you were able to get that dream goal you had on this one thing. I said, yeah. He said, what about the others? I said, I got them all. And I'm just turning the pages because it just feels so amazing to know that I did that. Sitting out in the garden, sharing this space with the raccoon because there was no pergola then. And my health and fitness goals will no longer drink too much coffee. Will cut my intake of soft drinks. Will drink more water. Walking every day. Staying away from carbs. Relaxing more by meditating. And that is the 31st of July, 2001. Eating in moderation. Enjoying every day as it comes. Controlling my anger, because I have a temper. I'm letting the other person speak. I'm still working on that one. I am listening to others. I got that. I will enjoy my quiet times more. I will keep my surroundings tidy. I love tidiness. Fun times. I'm going on a regular 2-week winter holiday, and I did them all. So I'm just letting you know. That was fun goals. These were financial goals. These were health and fitness goals. And the financial goal was the last one that he liked. I will pay cash for my own luxury car on my 63rd birthday. And that I did. But I started in 2001. So it takes a long time. So I did it in 2011. It took 10 years, but it achieved. So that's why I'm saying, hold on. Do not let go of your dream goals and desires. Thank you for listening to me today. But I'm telling you, go. I have to say it. Because sometimes people come, who are you? I am Tessa-Marie Shillingford. I'm the author of several books, but I have a YouTube channel. So go to my YouTube channel, Tessa-Marie Shillingford, the 5 Pillars of Prosperity, and look at the 5 pillars and figure it out. Send questions, make a comment so that I can help you further. Have a great and wonderful day. See you tomorrow, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.